Hi, I'm Tortor, and in this tutorial you're going to see 3 different ways you could animate a logo reveal or an logo ident in stop motion animation. A really great way to accurately cut logos out of paper is to use a machine like the Cricut Air, which I'm using in this tutorial. If you want to purchase one yourself, I've put a link to where you can get one in the description box. These aren't cheap, they're quite expensive. It's going to be an investment if you buy one. I felt like it was worthwhile. I've had this for a few years now. If you aren't able to afford one, then the best approach is to use a simple scalpel and a cutting mat and just be very careful. Draw out your logo and then cut it out of paper that way. In this tutorial, I'm using vidIQ's logo. vidIQ are a company that have free software that you can download. It's an add-on with Google Chrome, and you can get greater insight into your YouTube videos. So it helps you optimize your content and make them perform better in search. They had a stand at VidCon London earlier this year, and I was helping them, and I said that I would make them some animations for their logo. So here they are, and I'm now going to show you how I made them. Now, to make this ident, I decided that the logo would be there on screen to begin with, and then this would scatter out into numbers because obviously vidIQ are all about analytics, and so that makes sense. And then all the numbers that had scattered out would come back together to become the logo again. So it's something that you could loop, it's something you could play forwards or backwards or both. To do that, I started with the letters cut out in paper, and then I changed those letters out for plasticine. I made it loosely the same shape, and then I started spreading that out into flat sheets of plasticine, which would then disperse into these numbers. And to give it a bit more of a kind of maybe explosion effect, I added some cotton wadding. So you can pick this up at crafts shops. Often they use it to stuff toys with, and I just used that, made it come out from the middle outwards, and then I just gradually was adding more and more numbers and making the numbers spread out towards the edges of the frame. And to reverse the animation, I simply played the sequence of images backwards, so I didn't have to animate that. I just animated it going forwards, and then you can obviously reverse the sequence and it will go back together again. So this is a really simple method for doing a logo reveal, and it doesn't have to be numbers, it could be anything that it breaks into. So for the second ident, I decided again to use numbers, but this time to switch out the letters of the logo with numbers. Now, the main important thing for this idea is that you've got to keep everything aligned. And the good thing about Dragonframe, which is the software that I use, is that you can put guides in. So you can put guidelines at the edges of characters or letters, numbers, whatever you're using, and make sure that frame by frame they line up. So it looks as if they are moving statically on the spot, and you get a really fluid and neat animation. So that's how I created this one, and I just kept switching them out gradually, making sure that the numbers stayed in the correct positions until all of the letters from the logo had gone. And then again, I decided to reverse this, so I didn't have to animate it going backwards. I just reversed the sequence of images in the edit, and then the numbers gradually become the logo again. So this is something that you play it forwards and then it plays backwards, so you end up where you began. Again, this was a really simple idea. It works for vidIQ because they're all about analytics and numbers and helping you grow on YouTube. But you could do the same sort of idea with anything. It could be other things related to the brand that you're animating for. If you've got a YouTube channel yourself, you could do things that you enjoy and like, and your logo becoming different things. So another easy idea there. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see a new stop motion behind the scenes every week. And for the third logo ident reveal idea, I decided to be a bit more fun and playful. So for this one, you've got all of the different elements of the logo coming in different creative ways. And this one, I literally just played around. I didn't really have a plan, I just decided to go for it and see what happened. So I started by screwing up the little play button above the eye, and then I thought I'll roll one of the eyes out. The other eye I decided to make a rocket, so this goes out of the frame quite fast, and I added some of that cotton wadding to make it look as if there was kind of smoke billowing from beneath it. The Q lent itself to being swung out, so I swung that out, pivoted it from one end and then pivoted it from the other. And the V I just decided to tear, and then those fragments came out of frame. And for the D, I went in with the scissors and I just started cutting elements away until it had disappeared basically. So another really simple idea. If you're wanting to animate a logo reveal yourself, I hope you found this useful. And if you like the way I did it and you would like me to animate a logo reveal for you, then I'm open to taking commissions, so let me know in the comments or email me. The email address can be found in my description box and we can talk about that.